Welcome to my island guide about all ores and where to mine them. As you probably found out right now, there are lots of different types of ore, some very common and some very rare. And since drilling into everything isn't an option, let me help you find what you're looking for. Let's start off with the metals. The most common one is iron ore. You can mine iron ore on the forest and the jungle type islands. Iron ore is used to make early game items like weapons, tools, armor and building materials. The next metal is copper ore. Copper ore is harder to find than iron ore and is mineable from veins on the jungle and desert islands. The first time you will need copper ore is when you need to craft a copper wire from the foundry workbench. The hardest to find metal is gold ore. As far as I know, you can only get gold ore from deep into caves. I personally only found it 2 times, in the same cave on a forest type island. According to the island wiki, you can use gold ore to craft guardian armor. Next are minerals. Minerals are very rare and hard to find. So far, I have found both minerals on all islands. The first one is saltpeter, most commonly located out in the open on various islands. Saltpeter veins look very white and are hard to miss. You can use saltpeter to create gunpowder. The other mineral is sulfur. Sulfur can be found all over desert islands, and in caves only on the other islands. Sulfur veins look just like clay and flint veins, and are hard to distinguish. The first time you need sulfur is to create a drive belt for the locksmith table workbench. The next category of ores are rocks. Rocks are everywhere and extremely common. The first one is sand, and sand can be found near beaches and all over the desert. Sand is used to create glass. The next ores are stone chunks and marble chunks. They are found everywhere, like a random wall or this cave, and finding them shouldn't be that hard. Flint is one of the only ores you can also find by just walking around. At this point in the game, flint is only necessary to create a flint lighter and a stone knife early in the game. Clay is a very useful type of rock, especially early in the game. You need clay to create the furnace and the kiln. Clay can be used to create different types of building materials, and pots, urns and vases. The last rock is sandstone. At this moment you can only use the sandstone to create the 15-slot Egyptian chest. Sandstone can be found in desert type islands and in caves. The last one is coal. Coal is very easy recognizable to its dark colored veins. Coal can also be found everywhere and is used primarily as fuel source for workbenches and steam engines.